Back on the show is Megan Anderson, who's got a big fight coming up here against Peggy Morgan at Invicta FC 18 on July 29th. Megan, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And yourself?
Doing very well, and appreciate you taking the time today. And let's talk about your last fight. You're coming off another TKO victory, this time against Amanda Bell at Invicta FC 17. Could things have gone any better in that fight for you, getting your second TKO finish in a row?
Not really. Yeah, it's kind of what we expected. We knew she was going to be tough, but she kind of folded pretty quickly. I guess that's just my style of fighting. I like to pressure people, and I don't like to give them a break. And eventually, that kind of breaks people. So yeah, it went pretty flawlessly, I guess.
Absolutely. No, I'd have to agree. And, you're 2-1 in Invicta now. What would you say has been sort of the biggest turnaround? Because, obviously when you made your debut last year, you came up short, but since then you've looked like a wrecking machine.
Yeah, that's definitely, I feel like that's attributed to my team here at Glory MMA and Fitness and James Krause. He puts a lot of time and effort into us, and we've really improved all aspects of my game. And there's still so much that a lot of people don't know that I'm capable of. So hopefully, fight by fight, people are going to be able to see that I'm not just a striker. So.
Awesome. Well, you got another big fight coming up here. You're taking on Peggy Morgan, like I mentioned off the top. People remember her from The Ultimate Fighter. Was this a fight that was presented to you, or was this a fight that you had asked for? How did this sort of come together?
Well, they just called me and said, Peggy Morgan, and that was it pretty much. Really ask for fights. They just kind of call me and say, will you fight this person? And I'll always say yes, so...
Definitely. Seems simple enough. Now, she has a slight height and reach advantage in this fight. Have you ever fought an opponent as with her type of stature before?
She might be taller, but I actually have a reach advantage over her. So, but, I fought Amber, who was an inch shorter than me, so I'm used to fighting people who are the same height, and most of my main training partners here are taller than me, so it's not like I've never come across someone who was taller than me before. It's going to happen in whether it's in training or in the cage. It's not really an issue. So,
absolutely. How do you think you match up against Peggy?
I think I match up pretty well. I feel like she doesn't really have a danger factor about her. She's tough. I'll give her that, but I don't think she's really come up against someone who is as tall as her, who is stronger than her, who comes with the pressure that I do and with the power that I do. I don't think she's ever come up against someone like that before, and I think it's going to end pretty badly for her.
Nice. I like it. Did you know about Peggy before you took this fight? Like, did you watch her on The Ultimate Fighter at all?
Yeah, I'd watched her a little bit from The Ultimate Fighter, but since then, she hasn't really done much. I remember she fought. Who was it? She fought on an Invicta against Latoya Walker, and I wasn't really impressed with that fight at all. Like, I didn't see anything that I needed to worry about, and she hasn't fought since August last year, I think. So it's going to be almost a year since she's last fought. So I feel like that might play a role in it as well.
Now, you're known for your knockouts, and Peggy's never actually been finished in her career other than, not by knockout anyways. Is that something that's kind of motivating you in this fight to get the finish, to be the first person to actually knock her out?
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't ever go into a fight going, yeah, I really want to get a knockout, because if I do, most of the time that's not going to happen because you're looking for it. It needs to come organically. And I'm just going to pick her apart. I'm just going to pressure her. I think once she realizes the pressure and the power that I'm going to come at her with and the precision, I feel like she'll fold pretty quickly.
You referenced your team there, Glory MMA, and obviously James Krause, really running ship there. Who are some of the people that are helping you get ready for this fight? Usual cast of characters, I'm assuming. Sharkbait. Whatchamacallit, Tim Elliott. All those types of guys.
Yep. James beats me up on a daily basis. But yeah, James, Bobby Cooper, Trey, Yaz, Tim, all those guys. They're just such high caliber, and they push me. Like Zach, been training a lot with Zach, and they're just so good. And they push me every single round, and it's not easy. And it's I never win a round, so it can sometimes get a little bit you can get a little bit demoralized, but as hard as that is, I feel like that makes me so much stronger. So I know when I get into a fight, I've already been in the deep end every day in training. There's nothing that I need to worry about. I know I have the cardio, I know I have the strength, and I know I have, like, my mental game is on point, that no matter what situation I end up in, I'm going to be able to get out of it and come out on top.
What was the morale like this week at the gym with Grant Dawson coming off his big victory this past weekend in Victory?
Yeah, no, it's really good. He looked phenomenal. It was definitely a different Grant from what we've all seen before, which is super exciting. It's the evolution of Grant Dawson, which everyone likes to see. I think coming off a loss, he didn't really have anything to lose. He didn't have that undefeated record anymore. He had a lot of pressure off his shoulders, and I feel like he just came out, made a statement, and really found his own kind of style, I guess. So it was super exciting for him.
Now, sticking with your team, are you still working with Tyler Minton, the melee way for your weight cutting and all that?
Yes, I am. He's always getting me ready for my fights, and just tailoring to my training and my diet and stuff like that. So he's legit one of the best in the business. He puts the fighter's health before anything, which is, you know not a lot of people will do that, and he explains things to you so you understand why he's making. I might be eating more carbs than I normally have, but I'm still losing weight, and he'll explain why I need to do that. And he makes. I'm a type of person that you have to tell me and you have to explain it to me for me to actually understand it and do it. Otherwise, I don't trust you. So particularly when it comes to weight cut, because I don't want to miss weight. And but he always explains it really well, and he always makes sure that all our weight's on point, and it's slowly, steadily, like, lowering in weight. So he's phenomenal to be able to work with.
I spoke with one of his other clients yesterday, Chris Camozzi, and I asked him this, and I'll ask you the same thing. What's the best meal that he has you eating? Like, what's sort of the best, like, custom made thing that's healthy that he gets you to eat?
Um, I'm one of those. I'm the type of person that if I have to eat like a certain way, I'm just going to eat the same thing every meal. So I can just cook it in bulk in, like, a crock pot, and then and then I don't have to worry about anything else. So what I cook that he makes is like a salsa chicken. So you just put all this chicken in a crock pot, and you put salsa, just like a jar of salsa or the salsa verde, and you put it in the slow cooker for like 4 to 8 hours. It comes out, and it's awesome. It's one of my favorites.
All right, July 29th. I got to get a prediction for this fight. How do you see this one ending?
Um, I don't know. I think it's going to be I think it'll be a first round stoppage, maybe early second round.
Nice. I like it. You didn't hesitate on that either. Where do you think a win over Peggy Morgan puts you in the Invicta featherweight division?
I feel like it's going to put me up there in close to the top. I think Peggy has a notable name, having come from the Ultimate Fighter and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens after this fight.
Absolutely. Before I let you go here, I'm actually interviewing Peggy in about 2 hours. Anything you want me to pass along to her?
Um, good luck.
Okay, fair enough. That's good. Some nice polite words there. All right, Megan, really appreciate you taking the time here. Everyone's got to check it out. Invicta FC 18, July 29th, live on UFC Fight Pass. Just remind my audience where they can find you on social media and any thank yous, any shout outs, anything like that. The floor is yours.
Yeah, no worries. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So Facebook is Megan Anderson MMA, and Twitter and Instagram is Megan A_MMA.
Perfect. And you got any sponsors, any shout outs, anything like that, or is that it?
My team here at Glory, always thanking them for pushing me every day, and my family back home, they're so supportive, and it's hard being away from them, but they know that it's it's what I need, and funnily enough, I'm going to be fighting on my brother's birthday, so yeah.